So during this term, as we teach online, we are going to be mainly using scale blocks. So this one here is 1/4, and we'll look at those in a bit. But we will mainly be using 1/4 and half scale blocks, but we will be working in millimetres and centimetres. So when we're working on 1/4 and half scale, we won't be converting measurements down to the right scale, because I think that's a little bit confusing. So we will be using millimetres and centimetres like normal, and I will mainly be using this 1 centimetre square paper, but you don't need to use that, but that will help with referencing. But we will reference in real life measurements when we're working. So if the quarter scale measurement was 1 centimetre, we might reference it in real life as 4 centimetres, but we won't be drawing the full scale. So online on Moodle are all of these blocks. The link is on the main Moodle page for year 1. And when you go on that, you will be able to find trousers and all sorts. When you print them, they have a printing guide that should be 10 centimetres when you print it. So just check that before you print all of them out and check that they're working. So we will be using the main torso block, and this is exactly the same as the one that you had at the beginning of the year. So there's your front and your back, and then the sleeve. I wouldn't recommend cutting the notches in because they're so small. I think that needs a bit of shaving down. We'll be using those. We'll be using quarter scale trousers, and these are the same ones as in college, but just small. So we've got those. And we will be using a quarter scale jacket. And this is the same one as in college, in full scale, that you haven't yet received, but you were due to get. So that's made up of an undersleeve, a top sleeve, the back, and there's a slide those across. And then we've got the front, but the front is also the side piece as well. And when we look at that block, half of the side belongs to the front and half of the side belongs to the back. So we'll be using those. And from time to time, we will be using half scale blocks. This is the half scale block of the front piece there. So that's the quarter scale and that's the half scale. And we may be using a half scale sleeve. So you can see it's been printed out and joined there. And we will be using the half scale trouser. Now, I haven't joined the bottoms on. I've kept them just the top piece because we'll just be recreating what we've done in class with the fly and the pocket as well. I have printed these and I've mounted them, and depending on what you have at home, you might be putting it on some tasty whole grain cereal. It's high in fibre. We know what high in fibre helps with. So it's good to cut them out. With this block, this section is always cut out, but not the dart. So these are the blocks that we'll be using this term.